Hi everyone, this is Manisa from Brand Geeks Inc. And today we've got Encik Aiman Zakwan from the Malaysia Productivity Corporation. Sembang Marketing Tech is on. Okay, so today ada apa tu special edition um, the the session dengan apa tu Encik Aiman Zakwan from MPC. So I'm just doing a technical check. From all social media, Encik Aiman. Sebab dia ada multiple voices. Yeah. Okay, so I think the first thing that we wanna talk about today is sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so the first thing we want to talk about today is really siapa MPC sebenarnya? What does Malaysia Productivity Corporation do? And then in terms of your Nexus, because Cik Aiman, you basically take charge of the digital Nexus, right?
Okay.
So could you share a bit about MPC and about your Nexus? Go ahead.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and very good evening. Salam sejahtera to all the listeners and audience of Sembang Marketing Tech. Okay, my name is Aiman and I'm from Malaysia Productivity Corporation, MPC. Okay, so MPC, sometimes people confuse between MPC, the Malaysia Petroleum Club, also MPC, and also the one that the committee that keep on revising the OPR, your loan rate, which is the Monetary Policy Committee, also MPC. But we are another another MPC. So we are Malaysia Productivity Corporation and we are agency under MITI, Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry. So for those who are very familiar with MIDA, Matrade, and few other agencies. So we are actually their siblings. So MPC, as our name, Malaysia Productivity Corporation, our role is to increase productivity of the country. So in order to increase productivity of the country, so we need to increase productivity of the sector and also the organizations. That's why currently we are focusing on 14 subsectors from agriculture, manufacturing, services, and then under services we have retail and food and services, food and beverages, tourism, professional services, and also digital. So actually digital, we are very much focusing on ICT services. So we are trying to become the enabler to enable businesses to increase their productivity through digitalization. Hence, that's why we are having this program called DALIA, because we want to help companies to increase their productivity through digitalization. Okay, but before that, I think we can also talk a little bit on productivity. For example, I think when we talk about productivity, it can be a jargon for many people. From the national perspective, productivity is the GDP over employment. Even to calculate GDP, I think not many people know how to calculate GDP.
Yeah.
But from the business perspective, it's the productivity is how we increase the sales, increase the revenue, and also on how we improve the business processes, and also how we can reduce the cost. So that's how MPC trying to help businesses out there from the micro, small, medium enterprises, especially because the micro and SMEs are the biggest group of establishments in
mm,
Malaysia. We have more than 95% of
mm,
establishment in Malaysia, which
mm.
are the MSMEs.
When you talk about the SMEs, right? Bila kita cakap pasal measurement of productivity lah, because some of them don't have big sales compared to others. Some of them, when it comes to the expenditure, are not as much as the larger ones, right? And then when you talk about the business processes, they are much simpler. Is there like apa tu, an alternative way of measuring productivity for the SMEs that MPC is applying or is
Okay.
looking? Hmm.
Okay. So if I may put more emphasis on that, as I mentioned,
Hmm.
the measurement at national and sectoral different,
Hmm.
and what we are trying to do is to make the productivity measurement
Hmm.
um, easier and can resonate to those
Hmm.
companies which is smaller in size, and
Hmm.
then make it simple in layman term. So
Hmm.
that's why we are very much focusing on those terms that very much related to companies. For
Hmm.
example, sales.
Hmm.
Um, let's say the company A
Hmm.
increase the sales from uh, 10,000 to 20,000. We
Hmm.
can also say that as increase in productivity.
Right.
And then let's say the company managed to reduce the cost
Mm-hmm.
from 10,000 to 5,000 in particular business processes. We
Mm.
can also say that the company increased their productivity. And
Okay.
then if the company can reduce the error
Mm.
due to manual processes, we
Yep.
can also say that the company increase their productivity. And
Mm.
then if we can do other things that before this require manual processes and reduce time, we can also say that the
Mm.
company increase the productivity. So we
Yep.
want to make productivity is something company can relate to, and
Yep.
then they believe that they can do something about it
Yeah.
through some little effort. I would say
Mm.
little effort, but it
Mm.
might be will be have a big impact to them and also to the
Mm.
nation later on.
So we met you a few years ago when we were working with Natal to
Yes.
help SMEs learn how to use Data Voyager
Okay.
and the ad function so that
Okay.
they can enhance the way that they approach advertising. And since then, we're really happy to share that what we started doing was we started to incorporate the definition of productivity
Okay.
in terms of marketing,
Okay.
because kalau ikutkan the general definition,
Yep.
essentially
Mm-mm.
you look at your sales,
Mm-mm.
your expenses and
Yes.
processes. So from a marketing productivity point of view, so what we've done is we've started looking at, okay, how can companies enhance their sales and still other expenses, but
Yep.
the relationship is tied to marketing lah, marketing
Yes.
productivity. So if I remember our conversation earlier this year, we decided to collaborate and work on
Mm-mm.
this program. So
Yes.
Dalia is digital adoption with learning, and we have the digital adoption itself.
Yeah.
Um, and the adoption had some intervention elements there lah.
Mm.
So we could see that you don't have like a single approach
Yes.
towards productivity. You have
Okay.
several tracks, right?
Yes.
So we're looking at marketing, and you have a
Uh,
few items. But apa tu? But why is learning so important for you? Because kalau productivity tu is measured by sales and the
okay.
financials and the
Okay.
expenses saving. So
Okay.
why is learning important, especially for SMEs?
Okay. Okay. So I think in terms of productivity challenges and the one of the trust that we are focusing on,
Mm,
actually under the blueprint, Malaysia Productivity Blueprint, that was launched 6 years ago.
mm,
There are five trusts. technology,
Mm-hmm.
talent, regulation, and incentive and mindset. So we believe that in order to change the mindset, we need to create the spark, especially
Mm.
among the leaders of the organization. So, but before that, before we
Mm.
can create the spark to trigger something into their mind that digitalization is they can do, they can embark into digitalization with affordable and accessible, and that require low skills of technical knowledge. So they need to learn. So that's why the process of learning is important in our program.
Mm.
And then sometimes it's not learning in terms of the concept and theory, but
Mm.
on how they can experiential and have some experience and do some experimentation in their learning process. And then at the same time, when I talk about learning, it's
Mm-hmm.
sometimes not only for the leader, but also for some businesses that might be a little bit bigger in size.
Mm.
They can use our module and program as a learning process to explore other technology. They might be advanced in some other technology. So
Yeah.
what we are introducing is another learning process for them. So that's why we
Mm.
put learning in there. And then
Mm.
actually the name DALIA is digital acceleration for learning and
Mm.
industry adoption. So
Okay.
we
Digital
eventually,
acceleration.
we want
Okay.
them to adopt the digital technology eventually, and then
Uh,
of course to have some digital project, and then where they can showcase the productivity improvement.
so what we did was kita apa tu merge kan. So there's your Dahlia and then
Yes,
our Turbocharge My Brand. So
yes,
we've been
okay,
working we've been working on nurturing legendary brands since 2011, and then this is where we got DALIA Go Big with
okay,
Turbocharge My Brand marketing to
okay,
adoption series. And
okay,
maybe I can share a little bit before I pick your brain on some parts of the program. Sebab
okay,
kita baru close cohort 3, and then
okay,
we're kicking off with cohort 5 next week. So it seems
okay,
like I think at this point of time maybe when to share with the audience about what you think about how the program is doing at this stage. So
okay,
essentially, if an SME was to go through this program, satunya the SME have to be SSM registered.
yes,
So they start off with a 2 days omni-channel marketing training, and
okay,
then they get a demo day
okay,
where from the theory yang kita share during the 2 days tu,
okay,
then they get the show and tell daripada the technopreneurs. So
okay,
technopreneurs actually kita ada 2 jenis. So we have the active types that is involved. They are hands-on. Once the SMEs have selected them, after the one-to-one, bila kita dah deploy to the technopreneurs, then they will hold the SME's hands, and then over a month, they'll work on the onboarding. So then when the SMEs present to MPC, they have helped the SMEs hands-on lah. Whereas the not so active ones, these are the
mm-hmm.
ones where let's say the SME kata based on my issue or my aspiration, yang ni I nak pakai. So then apa tu, I pick any of the solutions yang ada.
Mm-hmm.
But I basically work with brand Geeks, but tak ada technopreneur yang aktif. And then they're a lot more independent lah when it comes to
Okay.
adoption of the technology. From the progress so far, how do you see the SMEs progressing with the tech adoption?
Okay, I think because we meet a lot of SMEs. In even if we are talking about SMEs, there are many types depending on their sectors and also the actual size of operation
Hmm.
of the companies. Um, I think I'm quite impressed most to the company that have very little knowledge and exploration on digital technology, and then they
Hmm.
are willing to try. I
Hmm.
think that's I think what impressed me the most, because their willingness. I think the the most important part is the spark kind of things. The spark that we create, able to create among the businesses, especially in this program. I think most of the businesses, they send the owner themselves. So the owner themselves participate in this program.
Mm.
So I think I kind of hear the how this program opened their mind many times, and when they give feedback. So I think it's something that give me uh kind of excitement or relief.
Mm.
I would say kind of both. So
Mm.
I'm kind of happy that we managed to create that through this program. And then I would say that, as sometimes our assistant is not for the whole journey, we
Mm.
just give them like seed fund,
The kickstart.
yeah, the kickstart
Mm.
for them to start their digitalization journey. So I really hope
Yeah.
that they will keep on exploring,
Yeah.
and then try, and then hopefully they can succeed in the journey. So actually, if I may add a little bit, when we have the DALIA program this year,
Uh-huh.
as you mentioned, we have 3 tracks, and
Uh,
then out of 3 tracks, in your track yourself, you have 10 marketing technology options. Actually, that's something that we are trying to do, where we are trying to be more on demand driven and solution
mm.
based. We
Mm.
give opportunity and options for the business to choose which one that
Yeah.
suit the most to their business, in comparison to the one that we have in previous years, where we
Mm.
kind of just no option for the company to choose
Single
from.
tech.
And then
Uh,
yes, so
mm-mm.
and alhamdulillah, we receive kind of favorable feedbacks on how the businesses appreciate
Mm.
the initiative that and an option that we give to the companies.
I think one of the popular questions that we get is apa tu because MPC covers the program cost, which basically covers the Tokadi cost lah, the
Okay.
consultancy cost of trying to match,
Okay.
helping the SMEs understand the issues and then matching them to the right technology.
Yep.
But the technology cost is the part
Yeah.
where they have to take up because betul
Mm-mm.
kita nak provide them options. We want to provide them
Okay.
options.
Okay.
Because like what you said just now lah,
Okay.
if let's say the SMEs were to choose technology that is suitable for them, that is suitable for their scale of operations, their capacity of team, the size of their pocket, right?
Okay.
So the basically the theory is that the hypothesis is that they will maintain. Maknanya they won't just use the tech during the program, but will go beyond it. But what I like about what we've done is really the options that we've given to them.
Okay.
And I think we've got quite a few SMEs that didn't
Mm.
choose one. They actually
Yep.
chose to onboard a few.
Okay.
Of course, the results, I nampak ada mix. Ada
Yep.
yang you can see the sales terus. Ada
Mm-mm.
yang they can see the productivity savings. Macam like instead of like having to send apa tu WhatsApp blast broadcast like half day,
Mm. Mm.
now they take 1 hour. Kan? So dia ada some tangible results like that. But apa tu from your point of view, just with because our program is about 1 month kan, 1 month fully online.
Okay.
Kalau SME tu dia tak dapat those tangible results, rasa macam kegagalan ke? Is it that they failed? Would you say that?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I know that eventually, especially, yeah, we are expecting the companies to have like tangible result.
Hmm.
But I do believe in the process part.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
sometime before we come to the outcome and also the output,
Hmm.
we need to go through the process. So
Hmm.
sometimes process take time. So
Hmm.
for me, um, because sometimes me myself, we also explore on digital marketing options
Hmm.
or tools
Hmm.
out there. So maybe there are many ways that can keep on learning on how they can really get the
Yeah.
result that they really wanted. So actually, is they have to give it time and also to explore and keep on learning
Mm.
because um, you find a way that the tools or the technology will give benefit to your business.
Di apa tu, the part that memang is quite satisfying for me lah is bila kita nampak the SMEs confident.
Yep.
They feel more confident when they make decisions and
Okay.
when they decide whether they want to go with a certain direction. Some
Mm.
they start with something low, something
Mm.
less, not too complicated. Tapi they can see that okay, when I am at this stage, then I can do
Mm.
a lot more
Mm.
and I skill up. Right. Maybe one more question with regards to the budget. Okay,
Okay.
so budget 2034 was just
Mm.
announced,
Mm.
and then I could see that the government has put in a lot of effort lah in terms of trying to work on digitalization
Okay.
of SMEs.
Okay.
From MPC's point of view, based on your strategy moving forward,
Yep.
how, how does the budget work for you in what you want to do, and then what are we looking at next year? What can we expect?
Okay. So in terms of budget, next year budget, I think I believe that the government do justice in terms of to be the advocate for digitalization.
Hmm.
Um, we can see not. I think the first thing is the government is trying to promote to accelerate digital government, and then on the other hand, the government continue to support the digitalization and automation of the MSMEs.
Hmm.
Um, from MPC specific perspective, we are yet to get a
Hmm.
um, a clear allocation of funding,
Maybe I should ask. Maybe
okay.
maybe I
Uh,
should ask what's on your wish list lah, kan?
okay, okay.
uh,
Okay, but okay, if I may continue, but I
sure, sure.
find out that government will continue to give grants. For
Hmm.
example, the 5,000 grant for the company to
Hmm.
upgrade their sales, inventory, and digital
Hmm.
accounting system that
Hmm.
worth 100 million in total. I do
Digital
believe
badan ni. Hmm.
yes, I do believe they will channel the fund to one of the agency,
Hmm.
and then but our wish list is always to provide platform for the companies to explore
Hmm.
digitalization. I would
Hmm.
say digitalization actually sometimes
Hmm.
we use to do some experimentation and experiential learning on digitalization.
Hmm.
um, but I think that the most important thing is to create the ecosystem for the
Hmm.
companies so they will be able to fail and also to explore
Hmm.
on digital adoption platform. So I think that
Hmm.
that's something will be most important.
And I think that's what we are starting to provide as well, because out of the cohorts, ada yang when they try to use a solution, ada yang tak
Mm-mm.
jadi,
Yeah.
ataupun for some reason it doesn't settle well in the organisation.
Okay.
So that's good. That means from your perspective, they have because they've experienced,
Yeah.
they've tried using,
Mm-mm.
it doesn't work. So that means okay,
Yes.
try something else that would work better.
Yes. Personally, I don't mind they feel because at least
They tried.
they try. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. But it's
Mm.
quite interesting from our because we had the cohort 3 presentation last week, and
Okay.
it's quite interesting that quite a number of them wanted a community.
Yeah.
They want to be in a community where they can compare
Yes.
notes with other
Yes.
SMEs.
Yes. Yes.
So MPC does provide a community for SMEs and technopreneurs actually, kan?
Yes. So actually, okay, we have something that a platform that we call as digital platform network
Mm,
plus. You
mm,
can go to the portal to the landing
mm,
page
mm,
dpnplus.net.
mm,
So we actually provide opportunity for the businesses to explore digital transformation journey from digital pledge to have the mindset to commit themselves to start digitalization, and then digital assessment,
Mm-hmm.
digital roadmaps, digital adoption, and also
Mm-hmm.
digital solutions. Digital solutions is where
Mm-hmm.
we compile the list of digital solution
Mm-hmm.
providers with more than 20 solutions that can serve the sectors across all the five main economic sectors and the
Wow.
subsectors beneath it. So actually, we are trying to develop, establish a community
Mm.
on the technopreneur, as you say, and then hopefully we can
Mm.
try to address some of
Mm.
their concerns, and then at the
Mm.
same time we provide opportunity for them to have
Mm.
business matching and technology matching with the
Mm.
business users. But when
Mm.
the DALIA
Mm.
participants mention about their some, actually I would say like their wish list, that
Mm.
the MPC can provide community or establish a
For the
community
SMEs. For the SMEs kan?
for the businesses,
Mm.
SMEs. I think it is kind of interesting idea. So maybe
Mm.
I can discuss with my colleague
Mm.
from
Mm.
other sectors
Mm.
on how we can establish that kind of community. I
Yeah,
think
from
maybe
mm.
I think maybe they are not so they are not really
Mm.
participated in or actively involved in any association. So
Mm.
that's why they need maybe not the so formal community, or maybe
Yeah.
they are looking for like the alumni kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I think that's something that they can
Yeah.
relate even more.
I find it
Yeah.
interesting because from a learning and technology adoption point of view, doing all this fully online is something that they're comfortable with.
Mm-mm.
Ada yang minta physical programs, tapi I think
Yes.
majority is okay with fully online. Tapi
Okay.
they still want the networking, so that's
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
But what would your advice be for the SMEs, especially I think because ada yang dia selesa dengan bahasa Malaysia.
Okay.
Sebab we do tell them that
Okay.
technology is in English. Jadi apa tu, you need to
Okay.
get used to it. What would your advice be for
Oh,
those sort of businesses and SMEs?
okay.
Uh,
Okay. My advice might be a little bit different to yours.
okay. Okay, go
I know,
ahead.
I know what would be your point,
It's good to be different.
okay, yes. So actually,
Okay.
I try to relate from a World Bank report,
Uh, uh,
something somewhere last year, where
okay.
they point out that digitalization efforts should not only focus to Klang Valley, Johor, Penang.
Mm,
So we
mm,
should always try to localize based on other regions such as Pantai Timur,
mm,
Sabah and
mm,
Sarawak. So
mm.
I think we can maybe we should try
Bridge.
to customize or localize
Yeah.
to local lingo, and then
Yeah.
even though I think you're saying that the businesses should try and put an effort to learn
Mm,
English because it's
mm,
the language of the technology. But I think
mm,
at the same time, maybe the terms we can maintain as it is. It's just
mm.
maybe the way when we conversation, how we deliver the knowledge we
Yeah.
can sometimes. I think
Yeah.
you guys not
Yeah.
100% English, no, but I think
Exactly.
yes,
So,
yeah,
so
okay,
what we do to bridge
mm,
is
yeah,
because kan ni the technopreneurs, especially if you're talking about the non-active technopreneurs,
yep,
diorang dah set everything in English because it's a global
yes,
language of exchange kan for
yes,
them. So what we do is that in the explanation we try to simplify and then we try
mm,
to explain in a
yep,
language that the participant understand lah.
yes,
Apa tu, but at the same time it's a give and take because
yep,
apa tu,
betul,
we have had the ones
mm,
yang they decide not to join because they see English language. So
uh,
memang like what you said,
yeah,
memang diorang kena jangan takut.
yeah,
Kena
uh,
step in and then lepas tu what aggregators like Bandit Sudo is kita
okay,
akan tolong bridgekan the difference lah. And that's
okay,
where the localization takes place. Yeah,
okay,
so
yes.
we're on the same page on that one. sponsorship. But you cannot expect the technopreneurs to have Malay option for them lah.
Okay.
Sebab apa tu, because the technopreneurs pun kita nak competitive ones, the ones yang
Okay.
actually global kan. So
Okay.
apa tu, so that's why I think for SMEs that want to explore, they need to
Okay.
be open to trying to understand. That's what I meant lah.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so
Yes.
it's a two-way effort. Okay, all right. So I think we've covered quite a lot. Now everybody knows what Malaysia Productivity Corporation is, okay, and what productivity is, and how you've
Mm.
made some assessments with
Mm-hmm.
regards to SMEs, with regards
Mm.
to marketing, and what SMEs know now is that they have an option, and what you guys have done really well is really provide them those options of how
Mm.
to their productivity.
Okay.
Any last advice to not just SMEs but the technopreneurs? Sebab
Okay.
we have that list, that the community that you're maintaining. But any
Okay.
advice to them in terms of coming on board MPC, and
Yes.
what else they shouldn't miss?
Okay. Okay. So, especially for those entrepreneurs atau what we call as digital solution providers, please join us.
Mm.
Register as one of the digital solution provider in the DPN, Digital Platform Network, plus.net, dpnplus.net. Okay. Because we are really we have the avenue to connect you guys to the regulators and stakeholders, and of course, because digital solution providers are one of the main component or main fulcrum to enable digitalization, and also because you are one of the most important factors to increase the productivity of ICT services and the national productivity.
Nice, nice. Okay, kita ada satu soalan.
Okay.
Kita boleh selit satu rasanya. Okay,
Okay.
so Simi has this question. What is the biggest myth the SMEs tell themselves about the challenges in adopting digitalization? Okay, ini I tolak dekat Cik Aiman lah.
Aduh. So actually when we are promoting the DALIA program, and also a few technology adoption program that we have for many years, we are trying to promote the term democratizing technology, which is to make technology affordable and accessible. So I think that that's one of the biggest myth that SMEs are facing.
Yeah,
They believe that technology are
mahal.
expensive,
Yeah.
and then maybe some companies only can have access to the technology. So that's why we are trying to break the myth, and make sure that technology at some points, not some points, it is accessible and affordable to companies depending on their business operation, and sometimes it's also the technology that not so expensive is also scalable when the companies scale up.
I think another myth is I mean, if we talk about costing, actually in the options that we have provided to the SMEs, they have from free for a limited time,
Yep.
free forever. Ada yang kena bayar, but maybe start at RM59 per month. Ada yang
Yep.
RM100 per month. Ada yang
Yes.
depending what you want. We've got
Yep.
like like at Klo, maybe on the higher end, Sushi Fit maybe on the higher end, MedX as well, but you got the options like Datel with their Voyager. They have starting low, but dia ada ref ads yang
Yep.
gets you to adopt at the higher scale. And then
Okay.
there's Publicity IO, where you can generate your press release for free. Tapi bila nak disseminate to media, then baru you kena bayar. And
Yes.
then you've got macam Hauku, they have
Uh,
free up to 10,000 sessions. So ada banyak options ni. So I think the other myth that I want to get to is sebab cost ni actually you boleh manage tapi kena learn dulu.
okay,
You
yes.
kena learn
Yes.
from understanding about how all these different types of technologies work, right?
Mm-mm.
Then you boleh tahu, okay, kalau I nak guna e-commerce, kenapa I patut guna Easy Store?
Okay.
Kalau I ada apa tu phone number banyak, kenapa I should
Mm-mm.
explore tools macam Mimin kan? So
Okay,
you have to
betul.
learn first.
Betul.
Then baru you boleh make these decisions
Betul.
to decide whether which tool is suitable for you kan?
Mm-mm.
Apa tu, when it comes to belajar ni lah, kadang-kadang I think it's a bit of a challenge. Sometimes but sometimes I think it's also a myth juga sebab mungkin diorang rasa susah nak belajar ni. Susah nak
Mm.
belajar about teknologi ni. So you rasa
Mm-mm.
betul ke susah nak belajar pasal teknologi?
I think it's susah kalau you tak join the program. But I think because technology, yeah, they are moving. I think keep updating and rapidly. So kena participate in the program, and then
Yeah.
you will keep on learn, because I think for example the WhatsApp broadcast kind of platform ada banyak kat luar sana, but the one that you are proposing to them is something that they can do even easier. So I think when you have like the facilitator or trainer or coach like you guys, I think um it's give them like a highway lah. I mean, I would say you don't really have to choose which way to go. You already have someone that should tell you that this way might be good for you. So I think
Yeah.
yalah kan, I think that's why we need to learn, and sometimes to open your mind might be take some time, tapi if you open your heart to attend the program, I think you will you have the opportunity to open your mind later.
Yep. Apa tu, maybe I just show a sneak peek of
Okay.
all the technology yang diorang boleh pilih kalau they join the
Okay.
program. So the next cohort kita ada is gonna kick off. So the cohort 5 is already kicking off tomorrow. But cohort 6 for the ones yang tak sign up lagi. So kalau you nak explore how to use all these different types of technology, and then macam mana nak, actually even before that, how to understand what you need to do for branding, marketing and sales, how to segmentize your customers, macam mana nak apa tu, look at you punya conversion path and look at how to fit in technology tools that can help you enhance you punya conversion path. So ada banyak ni. Jadi apa tu, kita akan guide you all kalau you all join this program. For technopreneurs pula, if you join the lineup, so this is where kita boleh masukkan you dalam options that the SMEs can explore. Okay. So for the ones that want to join us, kita ada satu cohort je lagi for you to sign up for.
Yes.
This is the last one for the year. Sebab
Yep.
kita ada sampai apa tu, end of December kan, for the cohort. So for those of you who want to join, please follow the link that we have placed in the description of the live session. And then go to that link and then you can register. Cepat-cepat book the spot because kita ada limited places left.
Yes.
Yeah, we're very excited actually to close this year because insyaAllah we would have covered the 100 SMEs that we wanted to cover. Yang kita niatkan at the beginning of this year, Alhamdulillah. So thank you Encik Aiman for spending time with me today to reflect balik upon the program yang kita dah work together this year. It's been very interesting sebab kita come from a branding marketing point of view, and we use a lot of marketing technology, and then from your point of view, the productivity aspect truly enhanced how we are approaching branding and marketing, and we have a whole host of marketing technology that maybe selama ni orang mungkin tak berapa fokus sangat kepada marketing, tapi sebenarnya they can help SMEs to address the issues that the SMEs are facing. And we look forward to meeting the SMEs that joined us in cohort 6. Remember, be legendary, never ordinary. and join the DALIA Go Big Supercharge My Brand Marketing Tech Adoption Series 2023.